Hi Internet, Hendok here, just giving you a little video on how I ranked up fast in Ryse Son of Rome, doing it solo. Overall, I think Ryse is a pretty good game. I enjoyed it, 100%ed it, I would love for there to be a sequel, and I think it's one of those underrated games. While, you know, it is kind of repetitive at times, it's still a lot of fun. Now what you want to do is you want to go into solo, you want to choose the map Revolution, and you want your god to be Jupiter. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to face off against some of these guys that their main purpose is to fill your focus meter. As soon as those skulls pop up, you want to execute. You're going to want to pop underneath this wooden bridge here. That way you're not going to get hit by the barrage of fire arrows. Now it can get a little bit muddled here with all the enemies, but you're basically just working them down until those skulls pop up. Chances are you will get hit once or twice, but don't worry too much because this section here isn't about getting your combo multiplier up. This is just about that focus bar. Once you've taken care of that first batch of enemies, you'll have a couple of objectives to do. The last of which being man the Scorpio. You want to hop on it, then hop straight back off and go into the middle and wait for the enemies to come. Now from this point onwards is where you're going to start using your focus ability and your taunt. You basically want to hold off using your focus ability until they are as close as possible. The more focus you have though, you can see that you can just go nuts with the focus. And you want to taunt after every single batch. Taunting is really important when it comes to keeping your combo going, as well as refilling your focus bar. Just take note how my focus bar fills up when I taunt after taking out this barbarian here. Another good thing to do during those early stages when you might not have as much focus is to, once a skull pops up on the enemy's head that you've been slashing away at, move on to another one, so that way you can get some double executions happening, and it can also help you out if the focus stops midway, because you can just execute them. All the hard work's already been done. Now another thing with these waves of enemies are those catapults. Sometimes you may actually get them killing off a few of the barbarians. This may sound like a good thing, but it doesn't help out your combo multiplier at all. Now some rounds are going to be better than others, but I have actually had a wave of barbarians where the catapults only left me with 2 enemies to actually kill, which made it easy, but once again, it did not help out my combo multiplier. Now one really important thing, when it comes to your character upgrades, they should aim towards improving your focus ability. Basically, the more focus you have, the less chance there is that you're ever going to get hit, because they're just all going to be slow-mowing anyway.
Great Jupiter! Feast eyes on this arena as I display.
Once you finish off that final wave of enemies, you're going to go down to the lower levels, and you're going to get 2 groups of guys come at you. When the guys on the right are fairly close, you're going to want to use your focus ability, and just go in and take out one guy. And when you go into execution mode on that one guy, you're going to want to pan around to see how close those 2 other enemies are. Because they are tougher enemies, you're going to want to take them out next using your focus ability. This can actually be really helpful when you don't have enough focus to be able to do what I can do at a higher level.
Pray, for soon I shall send you to your gods.
After you've completed the objective of freeing those 2 prisoners, you're just going to have a couple of guys left to kill on this side, which should be pretty easy. When the pathway comes up to go over to the other side, you're going to want to go free those 2 other prisoners straight away. That way it gives you more room to move when it comes to taking out this next batch of barbarians. When it comes to this group of enemies, I prefer to start from the left and work my way around, using that camera again to pan around and see what I've got coming. chances are the focus isn't going to last for the entirety of these guys. So you'll most likely have to use it against 1 or 2 enemies. But overall, it should be pretty easy. Now, once again, don't forget to taunt. Taunt straight after a wave of enemies, taunt at the midway point when you're on your way to fight another wave of enemies, and taunt when you get to the point where you're about to fight that wave of enemies. Once you've made your way back up to the top level, you're only going to have 3 more batches of enemies to take care of. And if everything's gone smoothly, at this point you should be well over 400 or 500 in your combo. When you've taken out those guys, you're just going to go straight to the bridge, wait for the gates to open, and then just hang out until they come at you. And once you've defeated this lot of barbarians, you're going to go back across the bridge, and you're going to go onto the left hand side. And that's because this is the side that the most enemies come at you from. You got 4 on this side, and only 1 of them comes at you from the right hand side. And the harder enemies are going to be the ones you want to take out first. From here on out, it's all smooth sailing. Thank you for checking out this video, and feel free to check out the unedited version of this video. Feel free to like, dislike, comment, subscribe, but overall, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks again.
This shall be remembered as an epic triumph.